Mud and water damage is extensive. Take a look. So over here, the homeowner's car was parked. Then over here, we'll show you actually how the water got in. You can see down here a power pole out. There's another pole here. And then look at this power pole. The homeowner said that his pool is right underneath this power line. Well, Monica, I am at the Democratic Watch Party. Wednesday's hearing was just the latest in an ongoing legal battle over abortion in Arizona. So far, Pima County elections officials say there haven't been any issues with intimidation. And voters tell me they're not really that worried about it. Governor Doug Ducey's office did confirm that they started working on parts of the border in Cochise County. The president toured the $12 billion facility you see here behind me. So look over here. 2 trees down, it cracked the guy's windshield on one of his cars and did some it's pretty significant damage to his roof, although we can't get too far back there and see. You push in so they can see the windshield there. And it looks like it might have damaged the car structurally as well. Club Congress has been part of the Tucson nightlife scene for more than 3 decades, and they say they've never had a security issue like they did last weekend at the Funky Monk. That 2-alarm fire, the call came out at 8:09. We're going to walk around the corner, stay with us to show you the damage on the other side of the school. That bobcat was killed in this wash. It's right in between Whispering Bell Drive to the west and Painted Hills Road to the east. This stretch of asphalt looks like any other road in Tucson, but it's not. It's a smog-eating, solar-reflecting road, which could be part of the city's plan to reduce urban heat. Let's start first with traffic. We're on Kolb Road. North Kolb Road is closed for several miles. So see around here, this is the northbound lanes. Down at Kolb and Escalante, the traffic signs are out, or traffic lights rather. So it is a 4-way stop, although people are not always stopping when they're supposed to. So if you have to go through that intersection, be very careful. Now for some damage, you can see down here a power pole out. There's another pole here. And then look at this power pole. The homeowner said that his pool is right underneath this power line, so that's a little bit concerning to him. Now we're going to walk down here a little bit more. The same homeowner, he has two trees down in the front yard. This storm hit on the east side last night a little after 6 o'clock, and around 10 o'clock last night there were about 6,000 people without power. This morning that's improved a bit. About 500 people are still without power. So look over here. 2 trees down, it cracked the guy's windshield on one of his cars and did some it's pretty significant damage to his roof, although we can't get too far back there and see. You push in so they can see the windshield there. And it looks like it might have damaged the car structurally as well. And then let's walk over here. Now this is just how hard the winds were blowing last night. You can see this street light snapped in half. That's cement and steel, and it just went over, snapped at the base. And again, here's some more power poles. I counted 6 in the 2 or 3 blocks here that we've been working in, and they're all just cracked 90-degree angles like that at the base. So this morning, TEP is working to get that power on to customers who are still without power. They're also delivering ice to folks who need that ice. If you need some ice, that information is on our website, kvoa.com. Reporting live on the east side, Shelle Jackson, News 4 Tucson. Many of Arizona's waterways are ephemeral. They're dry, flowing only after a period of rainfall. Some of them are also WOTUS, Waters of the United States. And with the Supreme Court likely to define that term, many are worried it could gut the Clean Water Act, putting thousands of Arizona's waterways at risk.
Right. They are trying to weaken the Clean Water Act and make it so it applies to fewer waters in many places, including here in Arizona.
Conservationists fear the Supreme Court's decision could yank Arizona waterways from federal protection, opening the door to developers and the mining industry who have long argued the definition of WOTUS is too broad.
They would not have to get permits for certain activities. They wouldn't have to mitigate the harm from certain activities. There wouldn't be a public interest determination relative to what they're proposing.
WOTUS designation is crucial in protecting the nation's waterways from dumping.
If you can regulate what is dumped and what flows into those major water courses, that provides a cleaner water system at the end of the day.
And with Arizona in a 2-decade-long drought, protecting our water supply is critical.
Any designated waterway that we can't use any administrative guidance on compromises our ability to protect the basin.
The Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, ADEQ, says Arizona has strong protections already in place.
No matter what happens at that federal level, we now have a state program that will protect our important waters, regardless of the decisions being made in Washington, D.C.
But conservation groups say that program is inadequate.
They do not intend to protect most of our desert washes and isolated springs and arroyos.
Now, Pima County says it doesn't expect to change the way it manages its waterways, regardless of the Supreme Court decision. From the west side, Shelle Jackson, News 4, Tucson. Sean, we know very few details right now. We can't even really get a good look at what's happened on the interstate. All we can see right now are these officers that are blocking traffic and redirecting it, because as you said, Interstate 10 is closed in both directions. So what we know right now, let's go ahead and roll the video that we have. According to DPS, 2 vehicles were involved in a collision. That was followed by a violent act involving 2 drivers. We do not know the nature of that violent act or even if the 2 drivers were involved in the collision. For now, Interstate 10 is closed in both directions. Eastbound should exit at Valencia. Westbound should exit at Craycroft. We will continue to try to get more details on this for you tonight. If you are not out or your commute takes you anywhere near here, do not come by here. It is an absolute mess. We had to dump off the interstate at Keno Parkway, and that was about 20 minutes ago. So it takes a long time to get around out here. Avoid the area if possible. Live from the southeast side, Shelle Jackson, News 4, Tucson.
And thank